Yeah, so the air quality, like, I think has just kind of sucked overall. That's part of the reason why I hadn't streamed in the past week. I just haven't been feeling like myself for the most part. I think that has a lot to do with it. Yeah, it's weird. I'm not even sure if it's actually my sinuses or not. My nose is not stuffed. But yeah, like, just the entire, especially around my eyes, just the entire front of my face. It kind of hurts. Well, not hurts, just feels uncomfortable. Yeah, unfortunately kind of, like, low energy. I really, really wanted to play more Silent Hill 2, so... I was almost tempted to just do DBD again, but... So I'll do my best. If I'm really feeling under the weather, then I might stop maybe a little earlier. But I'll try not to. Yeah, I think I can just go. I did look up a guide. Just to kind of figure out where I'm supposed to go next. Turns out I did end up missing a key somewhere. The examination room key on the second floor. I'm still amazed by how well this runs. I mean, when I get to the third game, it won't look quite this good, mainly just the frame rate, though. I think it was this room that I was missing the, No, this is the women's locker room. The men's locker room where I missed the key. I think I even went in here and I just couldn't find it. Yeah, I didn't inspect this is why. And there are times where I've noticed the frame rate kind of dips. I think that's the game, though. I don't think that's my hardware. But it's so... It's noticeable, but it's mainly a non-issue. There we go. I haven't even tried this door yet. Yeah, because I took the week off, I don't know if I'll have to revise what I plan on streaming. Again, worst comes to worst, I'll save Silent Hill 3 for October, but I do want to fit in, that new Doom episode. Before I get to October. Shoot gun shells. Oh yeah. I meant to get my my notepad up. have my Wii, I wouldn't call it a cheat sheet, it's just a little note. Literally a notepad. Digital notepad. What is this music? I just realized it almost sounds like it's bugged out, but I think that's just the music. No, go to the examine room first. Mind. I'm wondering if they're gonna do the same thing with the remake where there's a bunch of locked doors. I almost feel like they might at least have a lot of places where you can explore. They did say it's gonna be a much longer game. Right, it's the third floor, patient hall. I would say if that's one of the things that actually did kind of creep me out about this game in particular is that, is definitely the music sometimes. Like, that breathing is, that background breathing is so chilling. How much shotgun shells do I have? 18. I have so many handgun rounds.
James. Wait a minute. I'm kind of tired. It's just a hangover.
You should rest.
So comfy.
I'm gonna go look for her. For Laura. I'll be back as soon as I can.
You know, for... You know what, actually? Might lead to a certain ending doing that.
James, I want to ask you something. What if you can't find Mary? What will you do?
I haven't thought about that.
Just do that for the sake of... I don't usually, check to see if they say something else there. I do kind of think that if you do that, it can lead to a certain ending. Not sure how much of an impact it has on it, though. Alright, I remember this room. I can't do it yet. I don't think I can do it yet. I have this, I don't have the string yet. Technically, I don't really do this. I barely did anything, but... Oh. Again, I don't think I've encountered... Knock on wood. I don't think I've encountered any crashes yet. Okay, so I know one of these. But I don't know which one it goes to. Probably not that one, so... That one. I'm wondering... Does this work on it? It does. So, I just have to find this combination, and then I'm good. Peace. I'll take care of you forever. My destiny. You heard it right here, Luis was in Silent Hill 2 before he was in Resident Evil 4. I didn't go into... Didn't check the first one? Yes, I did. Wonder if that key was for the treatment room? Roof key. Oh, okay. Oh no, wait, yeah, I know how you get to the treatment room. In fact, I think that's that part that's coming up. Hang on. Is there anything here? Nope. Although, I don't think... Nah, actually, yeah, I do remember this part. Equipping the shotgun doesn't do anything for this part. Oh yeah, maybe minor spoilers, but, do not... There is something on the ground here. It is entirely optional. Do not have to inspect it. The problem is that if you do, you're practically locked into a certain ending. I think there might be something else there as well. Shit. I didn't want to do that. Yeah, you know what? Hang on. I just want to make sure there's... Like, you don't have to inspect that. But I want to reload. Because I just did. I, like, barely did anything, so... I don't know, to be honest. I don't know how far they're going to go. They, again, they did say it's going to be a long game, and then there's where you can explore. I'll unlock these again. all I have is that other one. I probably should have just, like, actually read that. But, oh well. That's what I was trying to get to happen. He, like, hits you with the fucking knife, too. I'm surprised he doesn't slice you open. I mean, yeah, you are seriously hurt after that, so you have to heal yourself. Okay, so I forget if I turn this off or if it's all off by default. On the PC version of Silent Hill 2, there is an actual... There is an actual, like, indicator that your health is low in, like, the bottom right. It's a little red cross. Actually, it's not really that little. Joseph looks calm. He can be taken out of his cell. I'm actually kind of curious because there is a Joseph in Silent Hill 4. He's the guy that originally was in the room that Henry was in. Unless he was a sacrifice, I wonder if this is the same Joseph. I forget if Joseph was a sacrifice in the 4th game. That's 8981. Turn the numbers. Better not forget them. So I'll write them down here. Other one, my secret name. Pretty sure that's 8981. I think you get the... Actually, yeah, I think you have to do this. I know this is a remaster, but my god, it's almost unbelievable that this was a PlayStation 2 game. At best, this looks like a late-stage PS2 game, early PS3 game. The 3rd game even more so. Wait, do I... Oh, wait, I think... Yeah, it's this one, alright. Yeah, this was necessary. Nothing inside the box. Oh, I'm wrong. There are a few hairs inside. It'll be interesting to see how, Bloober Team approaches this. Shower room. Early PS3, but I think you don't remember how rough the transition was to cell processing. Yeah, I guess that's true. I always wondered what would have happened if his hand slipped. Would James just be eternally in the hospital? He wouldn't be able to leave? Ear key. I didn't realize that was an ear on the keychain. Patient wing elevator. Stuck in the bath pipe. Oop. I think there's only certain floors you can go on. Probably first floor. All I can go to. Yeah, this. I love this. This is so eerie. They did make it so that James stares at stuff. There is like kind of like an indicator that points out where you show items, but from what Bloober Team was saying, you can turn off any and all HUD elements. The only thing that I think I'd probably turn off is just like, you know, how it like makes the screen, or makes the sides of the screen turn red. Of like low health. I might turn that off. Most people have been saying that if they can, they'll turn that feature off. One of my favorite tracks in the game is this. Surprisingly goes well with the Elder Scrolls.
Laura?
Huh? You know my name?
Eddie told me.
That big fat blabbermouth.
How do you know about Mary?
What's the big deal?
Why can't you just tell me?
You gonna yell at me if I don't?
No, I won't.
I was friends with Mary. We met at the hospital. It was last year.
You liar! Laura,
Fine, don't believe me.
But last year, Mary was already... I'm sorry, Laura. Anyway, let's go. We can talk about this later. This is no place for a kid. There are all sorts of strange things around here. I can't believe you haven't even gotten a scratch on you.
Why should I?
Hint, hint.
Wait! There's something I gotta get.
Later, okay?
But it's really important.
What is it?
A letter from Mary.
Huh?
I wanna go get it. Is that okay?
Yes, yes.
Hi, Scream Bleed.
Come on, hurry up.
Is it in there?
Yeah, in the back.
What are you doing, Laura?
It's further back in the desk.
Laura!
I'm surprised she could slam that hard. Strong kid.
Ha ha, I tricked you.
Open the door, Laura.
Why should I? I'm a liar, right? Want me to open it? Huh? Huh? Do ya? What's the magic word?
Laura?
Okay, I guess I won't open it. I think I'll just leave you like this.
You snotty little brat! Open up!
Why, you...
Laura?
You cut me!
Ow. I used to actually do this fight pretty well. Actually, I only got hit once. Oh shit. I get hit twice. Now we're good. Oh. Actually, a third one. I'm not aiming up, by the way. That's all James doing that. Oh shit, I'm gonna get hit. Now this is, like, straight out of Jacob's Ladder, this part.
James.
I highly recommend watching that movie if you're a fan of this game, by the way. And you haven't. Most people probably know that, Jacob's Ladder was one of the direct influences for these games. That's a David Lynch movie, I think. Hang on, I gotta look that up. Naturally, I have another text. A bunch of texts. But yeah, hold on. Jacob's Ladder director. Adrian Lin. I don't know why, but I get him. I keep thinking David Lynch is the one that did Jacob's Ladder, but he didn't. I think Jacob Lynch, or Jesus fucking Christ, David Lynch. I think he might have been a fan of the movie, but he obviously didn't make it. But yeah, that was one of the direct inspirations for Silent Hill. The third game, I know that the different subway stops Like, when Heather says she's supposed to go to, like, the Bergen Street station. That is a station that is actually Jacob's Ladder. It's a really good movie, I think. A bit all over the place. Which actually was not intentional. Because from what I understand with that movie, it kind of had, like, weird directions that the writers and the director wanted to take. And they kind of got put in the movie, and it kind of made it feel more abstract as a result, because you're never really sure where it's being taken. Even though it wasn't intended for the movie to have, like, an indirect message and to, like, get your own message out of it, a lot of people have done that anyway, so... You can make up your own interpretation of that movie and what it's supposed to represent. I like how the garden on the... Yeah, we're in the other world, by the way. This is the first time you actually see... I don't want to take the elevator yet. This is the first time you actually see the other world. In Silent Hill 2. We'll get to Silent Hill 3, but that was supposed to be a jump scare. If I wasn't talking, I think that would have jump scared me. I forgot about it. Don't you just love when you ruin moments like that? Because I remember, like, not just one time, but like a few times I played this, I forgot about that part, and it scared the shit out of me. But because this time I was talking through it, didn't do a goddamn thing. I just had to check it a few more times to make sure getting the right message. Okay, yeah. Now I have to take the elevator. I actually can go to the roof. Wait. This isn't the roof. I did kind of forget that there was a third floor. Yes, you did an exceptional job painting the wall. Very, like, dank and green. Wait, no, that's a terrible job. You're fired. Oh, why she was walking into the wall. Saw that before. Just some doodle. Huh. Written on it. He is an angel that no one knows. Only I can see the lady of the door. They cannot walk along her bridge. They fall from the weight of crimes. Like bloated and ugly corpses, since she devours them, sin and saves me. He is an I think you have to place the right rings on the right fingers. I think this is what that's referring to. Which I saw the door, but I didn't inspect it yet. I know which door. On the second floor, I believe. I don't know if you have to put them on the right fingers, or if you just have to find them. I think you have to put them on the right fingers, but I could be misremembering. Oh yeah, that, oh wait, I think I mentioned it when I think I was nearly done with that, the puzzle in the apartment. I think I just kind of had it reversed. If I would have spent like an extra 5 or 10 minutes on it, I probably would have figured it out on my own. I am kind of kicking myself that I looked it up, but what are you gonna do? Empty medicine bottles here. What Maria was taking is sick now. I never stopped to like listen to this. Like someone's scratching the wall. I don't think I can take this, can I? Oh, no, I can. They did actually, that's another thing that they did that I actually kind of like. They did retain this screen. They showed it off in like footage for the remake. Except now, like where it says like save, it's on like the left side here, and then you see James, but it's in real time, it's not just this picture. See him on the right. Actually good. Again, it's another thing with Bloober is I don't want them to fail, especially not this, because it's a game. I don't have the best history, and in all honesty, most of their games kind of suck. But considering that with this, they're being exceedingly humble and they're trying to, appeal to, they're acknowledging the fans, appealing to, trying to appeal to them by, like, taking their criticisms to heart, I can at least respect that. So maybe they'll finally have, like, a good game under their belt. I mean, some people actually did enjoy Layers of Fear. I think that actually was a net positive for them. It's what kind of gave them their, it's kind of what gave them their prominence, or their, why they've been able to make more games over the years. I personally didn't like it. For one, it's not scary. 2, it's the only game in existence, and I always mention this, the only game in existence that's ever given me motion sickness. Even when I dialed it down, it still managed to give me motion sickness. I don't know what it is, what it was about that game. You know why? I think it's just because the characters, because it's in first person. You're always looking at things in an angle because the main character walks with a limp. So, like, you can decrease the head bob, but it doesn't actually remove it. And you're always looking at the game at a slant, and I think that's probably what was fucking me up. And giving me motion sickness. The only other game I can think of that actually does that is Payday 2, but I'm not playing... This, whenever you pick up a, whenever you, like, pick up, like, like something that's in a bag, like a person, or like a dead body, or, because you have to bag bodies, or, like, money, or things like that, that's all put into a bag and shit, your character is viewing things at, like, a slight angle, but you're not doing it for very long, so it doesn't give me motion sickness like, Layers of Fear did. Also, it's an action game, so... I don't know, there was something about that was not nearly as bad. Also, from what I've been hearing, speaking of Payday, I think the, I keep reading, like, the comments section for, like, their updates for the second game because their third game's such shit. It seems like they're kind of destroying the second game on top of it. Yeah, Overkill has fallen quite a bit in recent years, and that's a shame, because I did enjoy Payday 2. Just mainly when I played it with, my buddies. Again, it's kind of like Borderlands. Like, I probably wouldn't like it if I played it solo, but it's a lot of fun when you play it with friends. I never really enjoyed it. Like, Borderlands 2 probably has the best humor out of all of the other Borderlands games, but even then, like, I more so just enjoyed playing with friends. I didn't really care that much about the story at all. The few times that I tried to play it on my own, I got bored of it. It's just not nearly a fun enough game. It doesn't stand well on its own. You have to, it's a much better co-op game. At least in my opinion. Since this was the first Silent Hill that I played, like, this part in particular is what really gave the game a lot of charm to me. It's just the fact that you go back, because this is one of the things I liked in other games that did this, like Legend of Zelda and things like that, is that you have a whole, or like Symphony of the Night did the same thing. You just have this whole entire, like, area that you explore twice, and like, the second time is different from the first. Everything, like, looks similar, but not exactly the same. I always like it when games do that. Metroid Prime 2 did it as well. That's why I actually kinda like it more than the first game. Or at least I like that aspect of the second game. I think it's harder than the first Metroid Prime was. For that reason. Yeah, this is something that note was talking about. And part actually 3D and sticks out. What floor haven't I checked yet? Second floor. And the basement. But I can't go to the basement from here. These nurses in the third game are actually way more terrifying. You'll find out why. It's almost like when I played Divine Frequency, where I just like how how ambient, ominous, and just like putrid the world is. I mean putrid in a good way. You know, just how immersive the game feels. It's probably the best way I can put it. I feel like some games have kind of like lost the plot on what makes good horror. They look at all the wrong aspects of... Thankfully that doesn't... again, going back to the remake, that it seems like Bloober Team is actually getting a lot of things right, and a lot of what actually made the original good, at least from the previews that I saw. I'm hoping... Again, I am now in like cautiously optimistic territory that'll be good. My biggest concern is that the PC version is going to, like, not be optimized, because they have a history of that. For some reason, the PC version just runs like absolute shit. The Medium was like that. It was supposed to run fine with my GPU at the time, but it ran like absolute shit. I was getting frame drops like everywhere, and that was like sometime after release. I do want to go back and play that game because I think it should run fine on my current computer, but I just I haven't been in the mood to play it. Locked up inside the basement space, so small and dark, and I was so afraid. Dropped my precious ring. I will never ever go back. I mean, I got a gun, so. So I have... I think I know what this is for, and... It's not for, not for the hospital, it's actually for a later part of the game. If I'm remembering that right. I knew that I didn't know that this was the room, but I knew this room existed. The main reason why I could react so fast. Where there's just literally two of them in front of you. If you don't act fast enough, you will get... Oh, okay. Got that already. Oh, wait. How much do I have? Nice. Oh, I was already in this room. Why was she all the way over here, though? Yeah, I won't be able to do this yet. However, again, I just wanted to, because I don't usually watch that. There's no reason to try that if you already know you can't do it by yourself. I'm a streaming. Showing it off. Wrong button. It actually does feel so nostalgic, playing this with a PlayStation. I'm so glad that the PlayStation controller works, mainly just because I don't have a functioning Xbox controller right now. I mean, I technically have a functioning Xbox controller. It's just that I would have to play it wireless. And with my current desktop setup, I would literally have to, like, hold my controller up to, like, near my face most of the time, because otherwise the Bluetooth signal gets, blocked off. And then it starts dropping, input. So I'm using a, wired PS4 controller right now. Yeah, I have to go out this way. Yeah, I'm getting, like, fast load times. I do kind of miss the, whenever you get the loading screens, in the PS2 version, like, you'll see, like, footprints show up on the screen. I do kind of miss that. Again, it's solely nostalgia. I don't miss the longer load times in general, but I do kind of miss seeing the footprints on the screen.
James!
Mary? Oh, Maria. It's you. I thought you were... Sorry. Anyway, I'm glad you're alive.
Anyway? What do you mean, anyway? You don't sound very happy to see me. I was almost killed back there. Why didn't you try to save me? All you care about is that dead wife of yours. I've never been so scared in my whole life. You couldn't care less about me, could you?
No, I
Then
just...
stay with me. Don't ever leave me alone. You're supposed to take care of me. So, what about Laura? Did you find her?
Yeah, but... she ran away.
We've got to find her.
You really seem to care about her. Do you know her?
I've never met her before. I just feel sorry for her. She's all alone. And for some reason, I feel like it's up to me to protect her.
Oh. Yeah, there was a ladder there. Okay, and I think okay, that I didn't remember that. That fucking sound. One more floor. But yeah, that fridge, we can open it now because, we have strong woman Maria. Which, I don't think it's on this floor. I think I have to go down a floor. Yeah. which I think there is another thing that happens. Find out in a second. Second floor. Hey, Leopoldic. Lakeside Amusement Park.
Quickly, on to question number 2. Silent Hill witnessed a gruesome murder a few years back. A brother and sister were playing in the road when they were attacked and chopped into pieces with an axe. Torn flesh, smashed bones, splattered blood, and finally, bitter tears. What a terrible tragedy. What a gruesome end to such innocent lives. What was the name of the murderer who committed this vile act? 1. Walter Sullivan. 2.
Walter Sullivan.
Scott Fairbanks. 3. Eric Gaines. Now for our third and final question. South of the lake
this
is
one
a
I'll have to look
deserted old
up.
neighborhood called South Vale. From there to Pale Vale,
I'll look up on the map.
resort area northwest of the lake. There's only one road you can take. Just one road, no more. The third and final question
I
is,
think it
what
is
is the name of that road? 1. Bachman Road. 2. Rindell Street. 3. Nathan
I think it's
Avenue.
Nathan Avenue because I think I remember the
Well, that's four
code
questions. Have you got it all figured out?
for the box
You know
is
the answers.
313.
Head to the storeroom on the 3rd floor to collect your prizes. But be careful if you're wrong. Well then, everybody, thanks for tuning in. See you again sometime. Bye-bye.
So I'm pretty sure it's Nathan Avenue.
What was that?
I'm actually kind of wondering if they'll have that in remake as well. I hope they do, just because it's so like random. I hope he asks different questions though. Said go to the. It's on the 3rd floor. The storeroom on the 3rd floor. Yeah, it is Nathan Avenue. Because Nathan Avenue runs the entire way. Yeah, so the code's literally 313. It's always the same, it never changes. It's not, the code itself isn't random. Because the code itself correlates to the questions that he asks, obviously. It's kind of weird that I remembered the combination, but I didn't exactly remember at least one of the questions. The other two are easy because I've played the other two games. I played Silent Hill 3 and I played Silent Hill 4. Although, Lakeside Amusement Park is also in the first game, but I played that the least out of two. I played 4 the least. I might as well mention it here. I never beat the first game. I don't think I've beaten the first game. Maybe I have, but it was a very long time ago that I played it. The second game I played first. Yeah, Silent Hill 2 was the first Silent Hill game I ever played. And I've played this game a bunch of times back then. I haven't played it in a long time, but until now. But I did play it a lot, like over the years, during the PS2's lifespan. Silent Hill 3 I've also played probably not as much as this, or maybe about the same amount, I don't know. But the third game is my favorite in the series, mainly because I just like the main character so much. And when I actually get to Silent Hill 3, I'll get into why. The fourth game, I think I've attempted once or twice. Never beat it. I was stupid enough to pick up the doll, because I did not know what the doll did. And I basically stopped playing because picking up that doll in the fourth game makes the game exponentially harder. The first game... the first game I really like. Maybe this year if I have time, maybe I'll play it. I should probably play it before playing the first game, because the first and the third game are directly linked, but, we'll see. I don't know how much time I'll have. And I already have the third game set up, although playing the first game's not gonna be hard to set up. I have, like... I think PCSX2 probably can still play PlayStation games, but I also have a PS1 emulator. And also, I own the game. Let's say I own the game. But, I have played Homecoming. Didn't particularly care for it. I think I probably got through 30% of the game. Never played Downpour because I've only ever heard bad things about it. Played a little bit of Origins, but I had it on PSP, not PS2. And I was never too big on handhelds except for the Switch. So yeah, I didn't entirely dislike that game. I actually thought it wasn't that bad. Maybe I'll actually play that game at some point and actually finish it. Again, I don't know if I'll have time this year. Because I don't want to do all Silent Hill. Might be a combination of Silent Hill and Doom. I never played Shattered Memories. I've heard mixed things. I heard people that hate it, but I heard people that actually really like it. And then Silent Hill Ascension is like that stupid, I'm just not even bothering with that because I don't even think you can really play it anyway. It's like some website thing that didn't even look remotely appealing. And from what I heard, because people decided what the story was, it has like such a terrible, incoherent story. Short Message I heard was alright, but I think that's a mobile game. There was one that just looked really, really odd that I wish wasn't called a Silent Hill game. It looks more like Ghostwire Tokyo than it does, Silent Hill. I think it's Silent Hill F. I'm not sure if it's that or Townfall. I think it might be Townfall. There's a game dev that I've recently heard about that developed one of the Silent Hill games that went out of commission suddenly. So I'm wondering if if that game's gonna get shelved or not. I'm not even sure if that was actually Konami's doing or not. But anyway, yeah, that's my whole history of the series. For some reason, I felt like bringing it up now.
You can't open it?
Yeah, Maria, give me a hand here.
Come on. You're supposed to be the big man around here. How's a little girl like me supposed to help? What's this? Not very cute, is it? Here, James. You take it.
Thanks.
I like the way he said that, because there's no reason for him to actually, no, there is a reason for him to say it that way. Well, it's because she's intentionally that way just because she's supposed to be kind of like, well, for a lack of a better way to put it, she's everything that James wanted, or thinks that he wanted, about Mary. So yeah, I'm on the second floor. Go back up to 3. That's storeroom. And it's funny that I actually kind of say that it's what James thinks he wants from Mary. Like the ideal girl. When yeah, she is kind of like, I wouldn't say a bitch. Just, you know, kind of like playful. I'd say it's more like playful. Oh, that's what he's staring at. Okay, let's see if I'm right. Sarcastic, that's probably the best way to put it. Like, I know this is definite, but I'm pretty sure this is Nathan Avenue, which was 3. Yep. So, just got a shit ton of shotgun shells. And poles. I think this makes you temporarily invincible, too, but I'm not sure. No, it's a full heal. It's probably 33%, 66%, and then 100%. I could swear these things also make you invincible for a little bit, but I could be wrong about that. I think maybe that's only on easy difficulty. If I'm remembering right that it does do it, it might only be on easy difficulty that it... Again, there's stuff... I don't remember some of the stuff in this game because when I did play it when I was younger and terrible at video games, I played this game on easy. Easy action and easy puzzle. Right now I'm playing it on normal. Which I at least played it on normal puzzle difficulty. In the past, but I think only once. Which is why I don't really remember the puzzles in this game very much. Because they're slightly different what I'm used to. Oh, okay. I thought you had to actually put it on the right hand, but you don't. Maybe you do that on hard puzzle. I took the director's key and the one to the museum. Museum. I hid it behind the praying woman when I went out for the Picked it up, but I did not steal it. I am not a criminal. I can't go that way. Or that way. Have to go to the basement. Oh wait, is this... Yeah, it is. Run! Fucking run!
Open up! Maria!
If only I had my memes. Fun fact about this part, on hard difficulty, you have to shoot Pyramid Head. If you just run like I did there, he kills Maria. I mean, like, he kills Maria in-game. He doesn't, like... So, it's just a game over. Sorry for taking away the tenseness of this part, but... Probably should have saved that explanation for later, but... Maybe on this... yeah, for anyone that's unfamiliar. That part is way harder on a hard gameplay difficulty. Also, another exceptionally good track. Just piano. We're still in the other world. Yeah, unless you're playing the second game on original... Well, even if you're playing the second game on original hardware, I would say that the Enhanced Edition is the definitive experience. It is incredible. Trust me when I say this, the fact that I got it set it up so easily without any issues just playing it, it is incredibly easy to set this up. I actually have the links on YouTube. You can download an abandonware version, which is entirely legal. That's why it's called abandonware. But on myabandonware.com, you can download a version of Silent Hill 2 that specifically says that it's compatible with the Enhanced Edition. So you download that first. Then you just make sure everything is, like, extracted. You don't have to install that, because everything's already available to you. Now, you can't start the game up until you install the Enhanced Edition, or at least that's what, happened for me. So, you just follow the instructions on the Enhanced Edition's website. It's very easy. Do everything that they say, runs like a dream. Like I said, I only occasionally notice some, a dip in frame rate every so often, but, I don't think that's my computer. I think that might be the game itself. It's probably just something they haven't been able to fix. But other than that, it's really it just runs really well. Considering the fact that this game on original hardware, I think, is only at 30 FPS, I don't mind a few frame drops. This is still the best experience that you'll probably get replaying it. Now, the options menu, hold on. Can use a mouse and keyboard. I don't know how the mouse and keyboard controls are, so I can't really comment on them. So the controls are kind of designed with an Xbox controller in mind. I'm using a PS4 controller. Because, like I explained earlier, it's the only one that actually works the best. My other Xbox controllers are either broken or the battery pack that I have for them doesn't work. Oh wait, what was that second one? I don't have the time to stand around reading all that. He who is not bold enough to be stared at from across the abyss, stare into itself. Truth can only be learned by marching forward. Follow the map. There's the letter and the wrench. I didn't notice the floor here. You can kind of see under it. Got like a good hour and a half. Maria is dead. I couldn't protect her. Laura has run off somewhere. Once again, I couldn't do anything to help. Mary, what should I... Are you really waiting for me, waiting somewhere for me? Or is this your way of taking? I'm gonna find Mary. It's the only thing I have left to... I think you're probably blocked off from taking Heaven's Night. I never really checked, though, to be honest. I don't think I've checked. There's some shotgun shells here. Yeah, like, I know you get stopped. Curious, can you actually still go in here? Store. Yeah, the lock is broken now. I don't remember if I ever actually checked that. I actually don't remember the nurses being outside before. I mean, obviously they have been. They didn't change that. But... maybe in easy mode they're not out here? Yeah, it is kind of eerie too, though. Like, there's literally no light other than your flashlight. Do have to remember though, I remember one time when I played this game. Let's see if they added any new stuff. I do remember one time when I played this game, I actually ended up missing the hunting rifle. Yeah, it's still blocked off. And they didn't add any new, like, items here. One of the things that's also really good about the Silent Hill games, at least the early Silent Hill games, is that they seem rather timeless. Like, even the cars. Like, the cars look relatively, like, 70s or 80s, I'd say. Maybe even 60s. Late 60s. You're never entirely sure. Like, they never give... I think Masahiro Ito, I think he actually did mention... They did that intentionally. They wanted the game to feel relatively timeless. Like, you're never really sure what year the game is supposed to take place in. I mean, it's obviously past a certain point. Like, it's at least past, like... I'd say it can't be any earlier than mid-1960s. But it could also be as late as... I would say... I don't think... I'd say maybe... At the very latest it could take place is maybe the early to mid 1990s. But I think that might be a little too late. I think maybe it's better to say, like, the 80s. 70s, 80s, I would say is probably the best time you could say. You know, if this were Silent Hill 3, I'd be dead right now. I don't know about... no, I think hard difficulty, you can't fall in pits. But this is gonna be fun when I get to Silent Hill 3, because when you see shit like this, and you're just running mindlessly in one direction, you could end up actually falling in a pit and dying. The third game, I think, is actually harder at times than this game is. I'm pretty sure hard difficulty, James can run into walls. And, like, he won't just, like, continue to walk. He'll, like, actually, like, stop himself. But in the third game, it's not only that. Like, Heather not only does that, I think, she also, she can also fall in pits. Again, I check the map so often because I just generally have a terrible sense of direction. If you were ever here for my Doom streams, then, know that. You can easily miss this. Hang on the sofa. I'll wait at Bar Neely's. Bar out. Neely Street. Oh, it's on the way. Happy Burger. Either. My phone is pissing me off. It's exploding right now. Goes on the bed. I just like the fact that in a game as dark and dreary as this, that there's a McDonald's, well, actually, I'd say this is more like a Burger King equivalent, called Happy Burger. I think there's another game that called it a Happy Burger as well, but I don't remember what game. Might just be a false memory. Have I ever visited Centralia? I have not. I think I would only ever do that if I had a friend with me. Just because I'm not really sure, I don't think, there's only like a few people that live there. By the way, I hear mixed things about whether or not that was actually another inspiration for Silent Hill. People are saying that, I've heard people say that that was never the case, that it was not an inspiration, and then I hear other people say that it is. So, pretty much, unless it came from a dev, I'm probably going to consider that a false memory that everyone equivalates to this game. Really just... Oh, there we go. I think this is where the rifle might be. It's not. If you really want to see Mary, you should just die. But you might be heading to a different place than Mary, James. Oh, here, yeah. There was a hole here. Now. Everybody remembers this quote in particular. This is not where you get the rifle. I think you actually get the rifle... Because I do remember missing it once. You get the rifle... I don't think it's out of the way or anything like that. It's just that, there's just one spot that I didn't search. But I think I only ever remember missing it that one time. Strongest weapon in the game. Also the slowest. Makes sense. Well, no, actually the strongest weapon in the game is, the melee weapon, but, I won't spoil that at the moment. That one I've missed as well. swear, I think on easy difficulty they're not around. Don't remember them walking around before. Down here. There's also another misnomer about the first game in particular. That it's, snowing ash. That is 100% wrong. It is actually snowing in the first game. Hey, Beta. Can't believe I was missing out on Silent Hill 2. Yeah, since the Enhanced Edition released, I've been doing a playthrough of it. I streamed it last week, and then I just, I hadn't felt like streaming this most of this week, so I'm just now getting back to it. I don't think they added stuff. And yeah, it's like I mentioned to Lepertic earlier, this is the definitive way to play this game. I might play the first one this year as well. I don't know, because I just don't know how much time I'll have, is the thing. I'm definitely playing the third game this year, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna squeeze in the first game first. Perhaps you are a fool. Truth usually betrays people. Part of that abyss is society. Key to the society is in the park. At the foot of the praying woman, inside of the ground. Inside of a box. To open it, I need a wrench. Oh yeah, by the way, if you do stream this beta, I recommend getting... What's it called? There's something that you can get. I think it's called Borderless Gaming. Which basically gives some games that don't have it borderless full screen. It makes it much easier to stream this. Otherwise, you'll have to capture it in window capture. But if you use the Borderless Gaming app, you can actually do game capture. That's what I'm doing right now. It's the same for when I was trying to get it to capture the PlayStation 2 emulator, PCSX. I was having a lot of issues with that, and then I used Borderless Gaming, and then I can do a game capture. One, I actually think, yeah, the Silent Hill 1 I actually think is the harder of these three. Third game is hard in terms of puzzles, if you play it on hard difficulty, which I'm not doing. Because I shit you not, this isn't a spoiler because it's a puzzle at the very beginning of the game. I mean, this is something that I think I need to tell everybody. For your first playthrough of Silent Hill 3, do not play it on hard puzzle difficulty. They're at the very, yeah, the Shakespeare knowledge. Everybody knows about that. You literally need to know Shakespeare to solve a certain puzzle on hard puzzle difficulty in Silent Hill 3 at the start of the game. It's my favorite Silent Hill, but that puzzle is bullshit, and I fucking hate Shakespeare on top of it. It's fine on the other difficulties, just don't play it on hard difficulty. Hard puzzle. Key to society is in the park. The foot of the praying woman inside of the ground, inside of a box. To open it, I need a wrench. Patient buried it there. I knew, but did nothing. Made me uneasy to have such a thing near. I wasn't looking for the truth, I was looking for tranquility. I also saw that thing. Fled, but the museum was sealed as well. Now, no one dares to approach that place. You still do not wish to stop, James. I pray to the Lord, have mercy on your eternal soul. I think that kind of lays the groundwork to the fact that Pyramid Head as a concept exists to other people. I just think that his form, his manifestation in Silent Hill 2 is specifically catered to James. Because I think even Ido mentioned that Pyramid Head has different manifestations. The one that's in Dead by Daylight is specifically the James manifestation because it looks exactly like him. Some of the skins, I think, are not the same Pyramid Head, though. Except for the Blighted one. The Blighted one's the same one. Just because, you know, it's the Blight. The Blight just put a syringe in his back. Oh yeah, I remember this one. I'm gonna try not to get too spoiler heavy, but on parts that we didn't get to yet, but he's even an Astrobot. He's everywhere. Masahiro Ido at one point even mentioned that he almost regrets making Pyramid Head because Konami like kind of makes him the quintessential marketing product. Personally, I kind of think that Valtiel's kind of cooler than Pyramid Head, but I still like Pyramid Head. Cooler in that he's a little more disturbing. In a weird sort of sense. You have to think about the third game, like, you really have to think. That game is really fucked up. Like, really fucked up. I'd say in a more overt way. This game is like every game in the series is fucked up in some capacity. I think 2 does it in a more subtle way. Just because it hides a lot of stuff from you, but the third game's a little more overt. Also, I am very paranoid about missing shit. I'm very paranoid about missing the damn rifle. So that's why I'm like literally just going everywhere. You can't go into any of these places. I'm just kind of seeing if they place new items around. They did. And the funny thing about this game, too, is that a lot of games in this era, the ones that had exceptional lighting, honestly, were typically like stealth games like Hitman, Blood Money, and Splinter Cell. But this has like some really, really good use of shadows. I think Blood Money was like PS2 era. I forget if that had a console version. No, I think it did. I think it did have a console version. I never actually finished Blood Money either. Door that wakes in darkness. I did get through like half of Blood. So. It's the curse of one of those games that I enjoyed, but for no particular reason, I just never finished it. I do want to give Absolution another shot at one point, and when I get in the mood to playing Hitman. I devoted so much time to the new Hitman games that I may have burnt myself out on it. That's why I don't really play Freelancer anymore. But yeah, the new Hitman games probably could ruin the old games for you. I wouldn't be surprised. Just that good. Yeah, and they have their flaws, but they're overall, like, really... Yeah, walking around in a neighborhood like this in pitch black with street lights on, it is still a little unsettling. But again, it's kind of lightened by the fact that there's monsters walking around. In my opinion. That's the thing when it comes to horror for something like me. It's actually... Like, I enjoy the fuck out of Condemned Criminal Origins, and the reason why I always bring up that game in particular unsettles me a little more than most games typically do, because even though it has, like, some, you know, like, supernatural or paranormal elements to it, for the most part, it's very grounded. You're fighting a bunch of bums and criminals. And that gets me more than a game that has, like, literal monsters walking around, because... it's something that would potentially happen to me in real life. Like, you could get... if you're, like, walking... if you somehow find yourself walking by yourself in the middle of the night in an area that's not lit, you don't know what's going to be around the corner. Especially if you're forced to take, like, an alleyway or something like that. You just get... someone could just walk up and, like, stab you and, like, take your wallet. That stuff freaks me the fuck out. So, Condemned is actually one of the scarier games that I've played for that reason, because it plays on that feed. A game like this, I just enjoy... like, when I was younger, this unsettled me a little bit more, because, you know, like, I hadn't played as many horror games back then. I just enjoy, like, the atmosphere, the story, like, everything about how the game was designed. That's why I still enjoy playing this game, even if I'm not really scared by it. And the game does hold up. Maybe not in terms of controls and gameplay itself, but everything else about it I feel like holds up. Even the voice acting does, even if it's a bit awkward. I'm not 100% sure if the awkwardness was intentional, but it's fitting. Because these are not... they only, on the surface level, these people look relatively normal. James, Angela, even Maria. But, the more you interact with them, the more you realize just how fucked up they are. Forget the point I was trying to make. It's not good. But yeah, same with Resident Evil. I almost never got scared by. Maybe like jump scared. The only thing that ever scared me about Resident Evil was I played that at release, so I was incredibly young when I played. I think I was like 10 years old when I played the first Resident Evil. And the cutscene where the zombie turns his head to look at you at the very start of the first game, that freaked me out. I would actually skip that cutscene because I didn't like watching it. The same goes for seeing that again as like a still image at the start of the second game. When it's explaining the first story to you, I would skip that as well. But for the most part, those games aren't necessarily scary. More so when I was a kid, not even remotely now. They're just fun zombie schlock. Or monster schlock. But again, I mean schlock in a good way, not like saying, oh, it sucks. No, they far from suck. Even Resident Evil 3 Remake. Resident Evil 3 Remake is okay. It's not a bad game. It is just a significant disappointment. Victim of persecution by Redacted. Jenny, Redacted, Carol lived with pride and honor. What happened here shall never be forgotten. Or the wrenches. The wrench fork. God, the upscaling on these is like ridiculously high. I would say, if you're like looking for another experience, there's a new game that came out called Hollow Body that I want to check out, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to get to it this year. I heard it's actually good. But another game, if you haven't checked it out, I encourage you to. It's kind of has like a retro style to it. Like more retro than this. It's more like a PS1 style. Called Lost in Vivo. I actually recommend that because that legitimately unnerved me. Mainly just because there's insects. Game. Realistically moving insects. And that's like kind of another fear that I have. Mainly roaches. I hate roaches. Scum of the earth. Earth? My god, I cannot speak. You have your October. Not really. I do know that, I mean, I have a list of horror games that I could play. I haven't, like, picked and chose which ones I want to do this year. So, it's gonna be kind of playing it by ear. I'm gonna check something real quick. I want to see if I get blocked off at all going backwards. In memory of the 67 who died of illness, sleep beneath the lake. What the fuck? Starting out in October, though, is definitely going to be a run-through of Doom 64 and maybe the Lost Episodes with Doom 64 CE. I'm going to be running through it on Doomslayer difficulty. That's going to be a yearly tradition from now on. After that will probably be Silent Hill 2 Remake. Again, if if reviews coming in for the PC version in particular are good, then I'll play it day one. Or maybe within the first week. I'm not sure about day one. I already put in for time off at the end of October like I usually do, so might be able to get to a significant amount of things. I do know, I don't know if they're doing a new Haunted PS2 demo disc this year. I never finished Strip Mall, but I didn't really like the direction they took with that. There's too many games that didn't really feel horror related. But I do have some Dread X collections I could get to. There's a whole bunch of horror Steam games that I bought. Indie games. Because of both the Dread X collection and a Haunted PS2 demo disc. So I have those already. I might look up some stuff on itch.io. I want to see if I can fit in at least one liminal space game. Like, I'll probably buy the Pool Rooms, because I think that fully released. Yeah, it's on a Thursday this year, which is actually pretty good. I can actually do Month of Horrors for longer because of that. I can let it bleed into November for a little bit. There. Oh. I thought maybe there was some... I think there's something up there when you first come here, but they didn't put anything new there. Something more to do here. I think that's where you come out of the apartments from. Yeah, you get blocked. You can't go back any further than this. Yeah, PCSX2 in particular, just thinking about it. The new version of it is a lot better than it used to be. I remember I was having a lot of issues getting it to run before. That's why I never really emulated games. I think it might have also had to do with streaming. But it works a little bit better now than it used to, thankfully. PS1 emulators have always worked pretty damn well. A lot of the older emulators tend to actually work pretty well. It's when you start getting into the 3D era, like after the early 3D era, that you start running into a lot of issues. I think PS3, Xbox 360, I think he was looking at something. I think those, in general, have just gotten a lot better over the years. It just takes time, I guess, for people to understand the programming and how to get it to work efficiently. I sincerely hope that, they make it this dark in the remake. If it's one thing I've noticed a lot of horror games are kind of afraid to do is make it pitch black. Some of the indie games do tend to do it, but for some reason, a lot of like the higher up kind of the higher budget horror games, for some reason they're afraid of making things like entirely pitch black, relying on a flashlight. Keep the nature. Some, not all. Or ad. Say. Pete's Bolorama. 9 rod. 9 rod from here? Is that what it said before? 9 rod. Quiet cocktails. You know what? Let's keep going. I want to see what happens if we go over this way. Giga computer. Baby ad kids. Baby and kid. Superstore. That is an N. I thought that was another D. Discount prices. Baby gift registry. Parking in rear. Rear. Silent Hill fresh meats. Ah, there we go. Bridge looked like it imploded on itself. Oh yeah, and you know what game I also recommend that almost has a feel like this, but it's a walking simulator for the most part? Interior Worlds. It has like a PS1 aesthetic. I mean, it does a little bit more than a normal walking simulator does in that you take pictures. I actually really like that game. I like that game way more than I thought I would. I actually love the pictures here. This looks like one of the devs like high school pictures. Just done in an old. Wouldn't be surprised actually. Because those look a little too formal. It's like no, even if it's a Catholic school. I guess maybe it's school. I mean, it is a historical society, but still. Probably used to be a painting. Waterfront lands. Date of birth and death on. Scene of this area from long ago. From the style, it looks like done sometime around 8. There are a lot fewer people than a handful of buildings. Speed. Nope. Photo is hanging here. Wiltst coal mine. Now we'll get to it. Looks a little smeared with the upscaling. Misty Day, Remains of the Judgment. It still looks good though, if it looks a bit smeared. It looks better here though. Probably just because it's lower quality in that view. I love how it just like... It doesn't just look like somebody broke the wall, it looks like somebody just carved this. There's a photo of a deep, deep hole. What could this be? That's actually... It's funny, that's actually literally a screenshot of a part that you see in the prison. Photo of the director of the old Brookhaven Hospital. Looks like he was a famous person in town. He looked like anybody I've seen in the series. A photo is hanging. Hospital. Hospital was built in response to a great plague that followed a wave of... Originally little more than a shack, gradually growing. Nothing particularly special about this. Can't really describe. I don't really. It just looks like a bunch of people. That's can't even like see what era it come from. Something useful written on. Oh, really? I inspected this. Yeah, no. I can't really tell if these are actually stairs or just... Or if it's just a path, which is actually like a neat little optical illusion. I mean, it originally looked like stairs, but at this angle it doesn't. Like how that sound effect picks up more and more as you go down. Document. September 11th, 1820. Prisoner number C. Can't read the rest. What is... I think I can spare some shock and round, actually. didn't need to waste that much. Handgun bullet. Painting is hanging here. Crimson and white banquet for the gods. Death by skewering. Execution at the prison. Death by skewering or strangling. Choose his death is the prisoner's last taste. You know what's funny too is those are the I couldn't tell you the name of them, but those are one of the set of monsters that we fought. Photo is hanging here. A prison camp. Built during the Civil War, later became Toluca Prison. You know, taking a closer look at this, a lot more disturbing than I thought it would be. He took a surprising amount of hits. Fuck. Thought he was looking at something over. I actually don't think you find the map for till later. This is where I came in. All right. This is not the same hole we saw earlier, though. I actually think you need steel pipe for this. Always the same part of the wall that you have to break. Kind of memorize where it's at. But I have no idea where it's at, so you have to test it. There it is. I hear buzzing. Oh, it's this room. Yeah, you can't turn on your flashlight because your battery runs out. That's what this thing is for. Wrong button. I was actually fast. It takes me a lot longer. It's not much health either, but a shit ton of healing, so. Key with a slim 3-inch long cylinder is engraved with spiral writing. Is that this key? I don't want to do that yet. I want to see what else is down here. Because again, I don't want to miss the rifle. I don't remember where... I think it's actually in the prison itself. I don't think it's in this, like, early... And nothing else. Hold on, let me just make sure there's not ammo down. There is a door there, but I can't go through it. You know, I just love this room in particular because it just looks like we're on the wrong view. Actually at it.
Killing a person ain't no big deal. Just put the gun to their head. Pow. You killed him? But it wasn't my fault. He made me do it.
Calm down, Eddie. Tell me what happened.
That guy, he had it coming. I didn't do anything. He just came after me. Besides, he was making fun of me with his eyes, like that other one.
Just for that, you killed him?
What do you mean, just for that?
Eddie, you can't just kill someone because of the way they looked at you.
Oh yeah? Why not? Till now I always let people walk all over me. Just like that stupid dog. He had it coming too.
Eddie.
I was just joking, James. He was dead when I got here, honest. Anyway, I gotta run.
You're going out there alone?
Yeah.
Eddie!
You know what those cutscenes kind of remind me of a little bit? Twisted Metal Black. Just because of, like, how dark and, like, how the lighting is. The cutscenes in Twisted Metal Black are actually really, really good. PS2, man, it had a lot of, like, really dark, like, really artistically dark games. Yeah, it's the hardest in the series, but it is probably my favorite as well. Again, I'm not sure how good I would be at it if I played it again, but back when I was a kid and I first played it, I would cheat. What a surprise, huh? Thankfully, the game had in-game cheats, so I didn't need a Game Shark for it. God, remember when you can just buy a device that just hacks games for you? Or better yet, you just have a game that just has in-game cheats that you can just press buttons. Or you can unlock them, and you didn't have to buy them. Another picture of, I think, another area that we not a good half hour yet, so I can keep... Yeah, unfortunately, I think... Well, unfortunately, I think the game series is probably dead at this point because Incog does God of War now. They're not even Incog anymore. I think they're a different dev studio entirely, but I think most of the devs do God of War at this point. And now you have the TV show, which is actually popping off. I do have to watch that. That had the worst trailer imaginable, but then when people watched it, they said it was actually real. I actually have to watch it. It's not like, it's more... I don't think it's not like horror, unfortunately, but I still heard it was pretty good. Despite the fact that I think there's only ever actually like death race type stuff in like the last episode of that season. Yeah, I just saved. He can still hurt me. Max stole. This, nah, it's not the same symbol. I was gonna say it kind of looks like the same symbol from the third game that you used to save, but it's not. The fuck is this rifle? I'm so afraid of missing it. Bloodstained clothes. It's making me want to piss. Especially since I still don't have a map of the area. Oh yeah, this is actually kind of an intense part if you don't know about it. I might do that if I feel like I'm getting too far to the end. Just kind of stuck in here for a little bit. Lighter's on the other side. Hello? Hey, I gotta piss. All the others are broken. Come on. Hey, okay. Sorry. And these are... I just noticed. All this fuck style, toilets. Like, I haven't seen one of these in person, but... Like, I've seen pictures of them. Or, like, the flushing mechanism is at, like, way at the top. It literally looks like someone had diarrhea and, like, all... Check. I still got 20 minutes. I can keep going. Oh, jeez. Oh. Wait. Still a door I have to check. Oh shit. Oh, here it is. Yeah, it's a room you can miss easily if you're just rushing through it. That's why I missed it once. Because it's kind of like tucked away. And you don't have a map of this area either, so you can't keep track of what doors at you. So... DeLuca Lake, the town's main tourist attraction. Clear, beautiful lake has another side as well. It may seem like just a typical ghost story that you might find in any number of old towns across the country. In this case, legend. On a fog-bound November day, 1818, the Little Baroness, a ship filled with tourists, about to return to port. A newspaper article from back then said it's most likely sunk for some reason. Despite an extensive police search, not a single fragment of the ship nor any of its 14 bodies of passengers or crew ever been recovered to this day. In 1939, an even stranger incident occurred. Many pages torn out. Many corpses lay at the bottom of this lake. Their bony hands reach up towards the boats that pass overhead. Perhaps they reach for their comrade. Alright. That's what the lighter is partially for. Wait, the lighter and the wax doll, but I think I need one more thing. Yeah, I need one more thing. Fuck. Dots. I've noticed there's stairs there. I don't know if we ever used them. This might actually be the entrance to the prison here. Let's never actually go in through the entrance. I don't know, personally I've always liked the fact that a lot of the doors, the locks are broken. Because it's almost like a puzzle in and of itself. You have to find the right door to go through. Wait, I just want to make sure I got everything. Oh, yeah, here's the map. The door all the way down there that I still haven't gone. That one's blocked off. Oh, wait, can I read this? Documents on the desk. They've got nothing to do with me. Why'd you have to point that out, Jane? Feeling a little guilty about something? He almost got me. I didn't even know you could actually interrupt that. Just the same explanation. Wait, was I in here? Oh, this is... yeah, I wasn't here. I thought I already hit the bottom. Again, this angle, this angle reminds me a little bit of Jacob's Ladder. Oh. Okay. I didn't know we couldn't go that way. Is it? I feel like maybe I should save and quit now, just because I might get into a part where I won't be able for a little. Yeah, I think I'll do that actually. Just because I don't want to run too far over. Besides, I think after the prison segment, it's just one more segment. So I would definitely say that we're more than halfway through. I am gonna do Born from a Wish. That one should probably only take one. Sorry that I'm probably ending like a tad early tonight. I don't know how much further. I don't remember how much further I can get before I would get to another save. I need one more thing to open that hatch. And I don't know if it'll take exactly 15 minutes or possibly longer, so stopping now is probably a good idea. But I'll be back to this on Wednesday. Oh wait. I'll do my very best to make sure that I'm in the mood to do this on Wednesday, because I really want to get through this, because I am enjoying playing this game again immensely. And yeah, see? Right there. And that's going to be it for the stream for tonight. Thank you all for coming. You hear everything you need to know on the channel page in the About section on my Twitch. I also have everything on my YouTube page as well. Got a Discord. I also archive my streams on YouTube. I keep the highlights on Twitch, and I archive those to YouTube because Twitch has the better in-website editor, in my opinion. Maybe I'm just used to it, but yeah. Now, if you were here for Silent Hill and new to my stream for the first time, I don't typically I typically center my stream around boomer shooters, you know, like any retro style things like Ion Fury. But I do some variety here and there. I love horror games, so they pop up every once in a while as well. And I am going to do mostly horror during the month of October. Like I mentioned during the stream, I'm going to be doing a playthrough of Doom 64, possibly the Lost Levels as well. I can actually run through those pretty fast, so I probably will be able to get to the Lost Levels. I'm going to be doing that with a mod called Doom 64 CE, which is personally what I feel like, this term again, the definitive experience for Doom 64. There's a new difficulty called Doomslayer difficulty for that mod that actually adds back in the monsters that were missing from Doom 2 into Doom 64. With all new sprites, and they look like they fit the setting. They've done an amazing job with that. I absolutely love that mod. So, yeah, I'm making that a yearly thing, because I love Doom 64. If you don't factor mods into the equation, Doom 64 is my favorite Doom. That's why I'm gonna make that a new tradition. And yeah, after that, again, if Silent Hill 2 Remake has a good reception on PC starting out, and it's not an unoptimized piece of crap, I might end up playing that on day one. Right now, that's up in the air. But if it's not, I have like so much other stuff that I could do for the month of October. I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun with October this year. Yeah, again, I encourage you to join the Discord. Everyone's free to join. And yeah, I just do this as a nice, fun little hobby. I stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, if I can fit it in, and Saturdays. And again, barring any plans that I might have. Usually those plans would be on either Friday or Saturday. Yeah, I guess that's it. Take care, everyone. Have a good night, and I will hopefully see you all.